breaking right now just says, Detroit poll watcher at 4:30 a.m. on November 4th, quote, tens of thousands of ballots have been delivered from out of state. Quote, unlike the other ballots, these boxes were brought in from the rear of the room. Quote, I specifically noticed every ballot I observed was cast for Joe Biden. This is a sworn affidavit, everybody. This is evidence. Michigan. Let's get this on screen, and then let's show the Notre Dame people celebrating. Can we get this on screen? This is a big deal. Tens of thousands of ballots. Revote, 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 Amy Coney Barrett, Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh. Order a revote. There is precedent. I just showed you precedent. No one else is talking about this North Carolina revote precedent. No one else is. And we have the evidence. Can we get this on screen here, please, so I can read this? Okay. It's on it's on that other chat. A revote is constitutional. No matter what they say, these state legislators can also order a revote. These state legislatures can say, we want a revote. We do not trust Dominion voting system, the voter registration irregularities, all these sorts of different things. A revote is absolutely necessary. Let's get this up on screen and make it full screen. I'll read it right here as it comes up right here.
Here it is.
You have it? Can you read it, Isabel?
Yep, here's part of this signed affidavit, and like I said earlier, this is important for those not familiar with legal jargon. This is considered evidence in a court of law. So when the media tells you there's no evidence, this is evidence right in front of you.
And you went to Georgetown Law, didn't you?
I took a few law classes. I have not gone to law school yet, but I
did
go to Georgetown. Yeah. Took a few law classes. I'm on my way. I'm technically a 1L, so there you go. At approximately 4:30 a.m., I thought everyone was going to go home as our shift had ended. There were two men in charge of the counting, one in his 30s and one in his 50s. At approximately 4:30 a.m. on November 4th, 2020, the man in his 50s got on the microphone and stated that another shipment of absentee ballots would be arriving and would have to be counted. I heard other challengers say that several vehicles with out-of-state license plates pulled up to the TCF Center a little before 4:30 a.m. This is after Election Day on November 4th, and unloaded boxes of ballots. At approximately 4:30 a.m., tens of thousands of ballots were brought in and placed on 8 long tables. Unlike the other ballots, these boxes were brought in from the rear of the room. The same procedure was performed on the ballots that arrived at approximately 4:30 a.m., but I specifically noted that every ballot I observed was cast for Joe Biden. While counting these new ballots, I heard counters say at least 5 or 6 times that all 5 or 6 ballots were for Joe Biden. All ballots sampled that I heard and observed were for Joe Biden. That's certainly possible, but statistically, it's astronomically improbable that something like that would happen.
Not even close. I mean, that
it's not even
like,
within the realm of
I
possibility.
want all of you guys to flip a coin 100 times, and if you get heads all 100 times in a row, that's the chances of this happening.
Let alone tens of thousands, as we're seeing across the country with these overnight mysterious ballot drops.
We have some of the numbers here. Tyler is blocking them, but that's okay. In Michigan, there were 69 to 150. No, it's okay. In Michigan, there were 69 to 115,000 people that just voted for Joe Biden. In Atlanta, Philadelphia, Detroit, and Milwaukee, they stopped counting. 100% ballot drops for Joe Biden. This would correlate. Guys, we're starting to put together all the evidence here. Let's go back to the main camera. We're starting to put together the evidence of the DOJ now has a very serious case where they can go in and present it to the U.S. Supreme Court and say, our elections were compromised. And revotes have happened, and revotes can happen. Email us your questions, freedom@charliekirk.com.